Hello everyone, and welcome to the Cosmonautical Garden. My name is Holly, and in today's Pick a Card reading, we are going over what are some influences from your past life / Akashic records. And what I will have you do is pause the video, let the scenery of the card pull you in that draws you the most, and go ahead to the reading. If more than one pulls you in, that is quite alright. We can go over multiple lifetimes in this reading. Otherwise, I will see you at your pile. Hello, and welcome group number 1. If you chose group number 1, this is your reading. Your very first card is Blue Shadow Lonely. I probably said that wrong. Number on that is number 11. Next card is Metatron, Wisdom. Your next card you have is Exceptionality. Next card you have is Guilt. I release any beliefs that are no longer assist in my soul's growth. Now we have a little bit more than what we have space here, so I'll go ahead and place in front. We have Squirrel Spirit, Believe in Yourself, the number 57. Next we have Mirror, Who or what is triggering you? And finally, the King of Air. Now, right away what I am picking up from your pile is you have lived in a very spiritual type of place before. You might have lived in Atlantis or Lemuria. I was picking up that some of you might be a Pleiadian starseed. Before I even got to the reading, the King of Air kind of confirms that, because the Pleiades is a very water-air type of planet. Well, the planets in Pleiades are. If you guys resonate with that, other star systems as well. I get that almost like a star worker type of energy, where you go in and you help build the society. Maybe you have a very simple life of you garden, you craft items, you make things. I see that a lot. I see you guys are kind of more of a peaceful type. You like your environments to be very peaceful. And you like, you might be love enthusiasts, you might be romantic, hopeless romantics. In the beginning of your spiritual journey, if you're just starting it now, you may feel a bit lost, or you felt lost in the beginning. The other thing that I'm getting for your group is that you may really struggle with how busy modern life is right now. You have problems with the fact that it's go, 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 that you don't get to take your time as you would. Maybe you want to be out in the garden just tending to your plants. Maybe you want to be crafting potions and making jewelry or other useful things. Maybe that's where your joy is. And really the message that I'm getting here is that you're pulling from this lifetime being a very peaceful one, but you also have this sense of guilt that you might need to release. With this life being very busy, you might feel like, oh, well, this is what I have to do. I have to be in this environment that I don't necessarily like, but it weighs on you. And so what I would suggest is to pull upon that wisdom that you have with those other lifetimes, where you were in a very spiritual type of place, where you were allowed to do what you wanted rather than what you had to. The other part of it is really seeing, because there might be some trauma from that lifetime as well. maybe with the fact of having how you left it, maybe with the fact of you're not there anymore, so that separation is still hard. And there's almost this sense of maybe you have a really hard time letting go of things that are fading out of your life because there's this, no, I have to hold on to it. But you pull from that wisdom, recognize that instinct, and then you can really let things flow and try to incorporate more of your crafting. Believe in yourself, because I get some of you don't believe in your abilities, whatever that is that you make, or even if you're making something in the sense of writing or drawing or creating a business. You guys don't you don't believe in yourselves, it seems, fully, and you guys need to believe in yourselves more. And incorporating those elements will really help you. And that's what I had for your pile. Now, if you resonate with this message, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you at the next reading. Welcome, group number 2. Now, if you chose group number 2, this is your pile. First card you guys got was the Emerald card with the number 22. You got Raphael, Earth Force. Now the next one you have is Blessing, that is number 10. You have Empathy, I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. Next card that you have is Hawk Spirit, Let Spirit Be Your Guide, with the number 32. Next one you have is Mindhawken, Longing for Home, Belonging, the original Lightworkers. And finally, the 8 of Air. Now, for what I picked up for you guys, group number 2 is, in one of your past lives, you guys were really hard workers. And these I have like carpenters, woodworkers, masonry, metal workers, very physically demanding work. There was this drive to complete projects, to do this, otherwise there were repercussions, there were the possibility that maybe you wouldn't be fed. It was very sort of intensive, very stressful. And in your life now, you may feel like your work is never enough and is never done. It's never enough. You're always struggling to keep up, always struggling to complete things. Even if you complete things, you may not feel like it's done, like I said. And the real sense of what I'm getting here is that you've been focusing so much on your work that your outside life is kind of suffering for it. You may feel like you don't have enough friends or enough love in your life. Maybe you're looking for love and you're not finding it. So really what I am getting is you need to find the joy outside of work. You need to find that balance between life and work that you so desperately need. There is this need to let Spirit be your guide, and yes, create the home environment that you need. Create that balance that will make your life so much better. Because I almost get the sense of there is this constant weight on you to perform, and you don't need to have that. It is okay to take your time. It's okay to really slow down and try to enjoy your life in that balance, not have it weighed so heavily to one side. And also I get that there might be almost a bit of a feeling like, well, I have to work so hard and people don't understand me and they wouldn't know what this is like, and they complain about the things that they're doing and they're not doing anywhere near the amount of work that I'm doing. What I'm getting is a need for understanding, a need for understanding that everybody goes through their own trials, and to kind of let yourself think over it. Don't jump to that. A little understanding and empathy in your life will go a very long way, and it'll help you achieve other things. Even if it's not anything that you ever say out loud, just understanding that response and allowing more love into your life. Now, if you resonated with this message, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And otherwise, I will see you at your next reading. Welcome, my group number 3s. And if you chose group number 3, this is your reading. The very first card you guys got was Eucalyptus. Might be saying that wrong. Number 23. Next you have Raziel, Intuition. Next we have Travel, the number 6. We have Doubt, I release the need to know all the answers. We have Groundhog Spirit, time to let go, with that number 31. Next you have Align Your Life, what is not aligned or needs to change. And finally, Four of Earth. Now what I was getting for you guys, group number 3, is almost this masquerade energy. You might have had a lifetime where your identity was somewhat concealed, or your expressions, the way you felt, the way you had to talk, was all very considered. You had to think it through, almost like a high royal court kind of lifetime, where everything is high stakes. The words have to be right, the tone has to be right. It's almost placed this uneasiness on you in this lifetime. This almost wanting to say the exact right thing, being sometimes nervous over what you have to say if it's hard. There's this pressure that you guys feel socially, and even if it's not all conscious, there is this very big need to deliver things well. And there is a sense of guilt there, of wanting to say things that are truthful, but also feeling bad if they hurt people, or if you know they won't be perceived well. Now the other side of it that I get is another aspect of this lifetime is it really sharpened your perspective on people. You can see into people's motivations very easy, and that's another side to your guilt, because you may go, all right, I get a sense of this person. This person is a good person, but this one is not. And they have ulterior motives, and I know, I can see it. And other people will not see it. And so they'll be like, oh, well, this person seems like such a nice person. And deep down inside, you're going, all right. Or you may try to say it, but it's not received well, leading back into that guilt of, do I really see that? And this might have happened again and again and again, to the point where later on, people will be like, oh, you were so right, that person was not right. Or you'll keep it to yourself and it'll come out and be like, I knew it. You felt bad at first, but it was true. So it's a twofold thing. You need to release the doubt you have in yourself, in that sharp intuition that you have into people's minds, into motivations, but also release the guilt over the things that you want to say that are not very pleasant. I mean, you still want to, of course, deliver things in a way that is kind, but don't conceal yourself for fear that you will be rejected. If people reject you for who you are, then they're not really your friends, as the old age adage goes. They can't accept you for who you are, they're not really your friends. Now, if this is family and you're having a hard time being who you are with them, and they're very high risk things such as losing a place to live, of course, be careful, work at getting out, work at finding a safe space, because there are people that you will be able to connect with who will be loving and supportive of who you truly are. And this just means maybe you need to align your life so that way you are living your truth instead of trying to hide it, or feeling like you need to hide it, like you're less of a person, because you're not less of a person. You are beautiful just the way you are. Now, if you resonate with this message, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you at your next reading. Welcome, group number 4. If you chose group number 4, this is your reading. Now, the first card you got was Apache Tears, card number 5. Next one you got was Raziel, Dreams. Next one you got was Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Next you got Butterfly Spirit. Transformation is Beautiful, card number 11. Next you got Keepers of the Earth, You Are Not Alone. Ancient Ancestors stand behind you. As well as Loneliness, card number 28. And the Two of Air. Now, what I got for your group was that in a past life, or in a couple of past lives, you might have had a spiritual or religious devoted life. And this was a lifetime where maybe you had to give up individual freedoms in order to follow a religious path. Or maybe that was the only choice you had. Now, this was where, in order to really fit in this lifetime, you had to follow orders and really had no individual freedom. All you had was this devotion to this lifetime. Now, to this religious lifetime, to this religious life path. Now, how it might be affecting you now is there is this need to release that lifetime. There's this need for freedom, this need for you to really follow your dreams and be physically present. Connecting with the earth, connecting with your form, really loving your form, self-care. There is this definite need for you to overcome this sense of duty that you may have of giving up individual freedoms for a greater purpose. But the truth is, the greatest purpose you can have is making your life happy and loving and peaceful. By doing that, you help so much. But that means really freeing yourself, becoming the butterfly, and leaving behind this notion of being trapped. Now, this isn't an easy thing to do, but when you can do that, you can really come into a life that is very happy, that is full of joy, and find friends and people who will understand you. So I get this sense of you don't feel really understood in your life, in your day-to-day life. People don't seem to share the feeling of being trapped like you do. Or maybe they feel trapped, but not in the way that you do. So it's hard for you to feel understood with how you feel. Or maybe you feel like they just wouldn't understand, so you don't reach out. But really letting yourself be free is how you will achieve that. And it could be just free of a mindset. Knowing that the door is unlocked, like that one Houdini trick where Houdini tried to figure out how to get out, but the truth was the prison door was never locked. All you have to do is open a door. It's that Eight of Swords energy. All you have to do is free yourself. And you will find so much happiness in that, knowing that you are who you are, you can be who you are, you can follow your dreams. It's just a mind shift, which is not easy, but I highly see that Spirit wants you to find your joy. Now, if these messages resonate, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading.